No, I didn't get the video. Now I'm getting the video. Okay, so it was requested that I do a YouTube video in converting this Chinese Z-Star 100cc Honda knockoff, I believe it is, Honda engine knockoff, to battery powered. I'll describe the components that I have. This is just a preview of what it used to look like. I'll do little clips here and there to describe what I'm doing. Today I'm going to be working out of my workshop trailer. Here's a little preview for you guys. Careful not to drool all over your keyboards. Bling bling. Okay, so this is just a cover, gas tank, battery taken out. Next I'm going to take the engine out and then maybe start some modifications. It's too top heavy with me, or pretty much anybody sitting on it. Whenever you would turn a corner, you'd end on two wheels. Now I got really good at riding it on two wheels. Maybe I'll put a little clip in, but yeah, I mean, as fun as two wheels was, it is very easy to flip over. Now, the reason I first chose to do this project is because I came into a gas tank issue where I broken the nipple off of the gas tank. Now, I did order parts and I'm able to replace it, but after careful consideration, it'd be way better to be electric. Also, since this is meant for a young child, my knee broke, if it'll focus, there it is, my knee broke the throttle right in half. Well, right off at the root. Well, that was the easy part. Everything is, engine wise, is pulled out. I want to lower the center of gravity. This shock is, I'm going to have to relocate it. Either I'm going to push it forward so it works forward, or I'm going to bring it underneath the bike. Be relocating that one for sure. Okay, well, it's been 2 hours since I started, and I had to continue to hack and slash. I got to get this thing lower and lower and lower. So far everything's been done with just a grinder, which you could use a sawzall, and hand tools. I've got to the point where I'm about to extend the rear and lengthen the whole thing. Okay, so I'm extending the rear end by taking a piece of C-channel, pretty thick wall, much thicker than thin stuff, boys that are thin. Anyway, and technically you could do this with bolts, but I'm going to weld it. So this whole project seems like it might be able to be done without a welder. Now it looks like I'm getting rained out, but did pretty good for 5 hours. Just a little walk around here. Now I do have an issue I have to fix. This is not, it's only tacked on, it's not welded finished, but it's far too much shocks, too much spring to it. So I have to figure out the proper angle for that shock to be effective. Well, the rain stopped, so I went back to work. I got the shocks figured out. Okay, now and it actually physically won't go all the way down to the ground. Some really nice welds. Well, I'm not a professional, but I claim to be. We're still at it. It's kind of getting dark. So, here's what I got. Still smoking. In order to make the shock usable, because this is so long, got to be adjustable for the weight of the rider. So I put two mounts for the strut, shock strut here. Top one seems to be good for me. As you can probably tell, the whole thing is getting a little too high, but once I'm sitting on it, it really drops way down. So my daughter's, this was originally my daughter's, when my daughter's riding it, we can put it down here. Well, there we are, day 2. Rained the last couple days, so I hadn't had a chance to do any more. The plan is move the steering. I'm going to cut here and here, move this whole thing back, maybe even remove that bar, and tilt it back to probably as far as I can, really, I think. Okay, little Bridget is getting its electrics today. I did the steering, so basically I just moved it. Used to be here, moved it back so it's more relaxed. And it's an electronic throttle. Fits nice and easy. Now I've got the gear that was on the engine, and somehow I'm going to splice this onto the motor. And what I think I'm going to do, this, believe it or not, was on the motor. That little sleeve ring will fit inside, and that will give me the detents. Keep the detents. Finished making my gear. Let me know what you think of it. Ooh, bling bling. So there you can see the other gear is welded on. Not that best welding job, but the big gear was hardened. So soft metal to hard metal was not the easiest. Anyway, didn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna spray paint it black, I think. I put the battery mount right here. I don't have the battery box handy, but that's the mount. Fits in nice and snug. I'll probably still put a strap around it, keep it down, bungee or something. Let's see here, foot peg. Yeah, it's just the right angle. Tires don't hit it. It's a little squishy for your feet. Making a tight turn, you might be rubbing some toes. Well, here we are at the paint shop, and this is the color I've chosen. Whoop. I'm breaking it down into some of the parts, separately painting them. Yeah, a few coats later. Okay, here we are, day 3 or something. Anyway, okay, I'm making the battery pack. These are the 4 Samsung hoverboard battery packs. Forget the exact ratings, 36 volt. So I know it looks like a real mess, but there is a rhyme to my reason here. Currently, I'm putting the circuit breaker in case there's an issue, 30 amps. I believe I'm going to be drawing 28 amps. So 30 is a little tight. If that doesn't work, I can replace it with something a little bit higher, maybe a 40, but I want to be safe as well. So these are now fully charged, so they're extremely dangerous. I accidentally touched 2 leads at one point, and it was like a welder. It just flashed and melted instantly. So be careful. No rings, or else you could be in big trouble. Okay, so I'm going to be building a secondary box. This one is clear, well, bluish but clear. This one will be on top of this battery pack, and it will contain, here, I made this. It was just a kit I bought at a local electronics place. It's a voltage meter, so that'll give me a readout, as you're going around. It says a cutoff, I think, of 31 volts. So if the power goes down 31 volts, the bike's going to stop. Well, little bridge is basically done. I think it looks really good. Came back from the paint shop, looking great. Yeah, I'm all finished. Sorry about the wind. All seems to work good, but there's no power. Very, very low power. Well, I think I figured it out. Oh, it's definitely my sprocket sizes. I had a suspicion of that a while ago. But if this thing ever got up to speed at the sprocket size it is now, have a look at this. Well, I don't know, that's probably 100 miles an hour. Time to find some sprockets. I have a new sprocket and chain in case I need it. Yeah, this one is a 48 tooth, I believe. And then I have a 10 tooth weld-on sprocket that's going on here instead of the 14, I think it was that was on there. Yeah, here's the new sprocket setup. It's 10 tooth to 45, I think. I believe I could have used it bigger if I could get it. Maybe I would even have went like 70 if I could have got it. And I bolted this one, so I could always make another one. Go.